season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Vols will kick it away to start us off. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Complete to start this drive. Tying it on! Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And how about that start for this offense? You know, oftentimes you see teams just trying to get into a rhythm, maybe an easy completion to get their quarterback feeling good. Not this offense. They take a shot and find an explosive play right out of the gate.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Hey, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage that are going to the running backs and to the tight ends, those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Williams looking for a man. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged out of the air. And he'll be smacked to the ground. The Vols want to crank the tempo. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Past the 40. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Volunteers with the 1st and 10.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The Volunteers in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for a deep man. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Williams will pass. Creates a little room. LSU will get a first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn that field goal first.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Running back searching for a hole. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They get to him as he throws. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
On third down, he drops the throw. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Off play action on first down. That's caught. It's Cotton. There he goes. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. And the ball's headed quickly to the line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Rides to back and leaves it on the option. Still on his feet at the 45. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Vols come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking downfield on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They get to the line quickly. They'll try the run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play.
Touchdown, Volunteers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll move the wide receiver. Williams looking for a man. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On third down. He'll try to pick it up through the air. Gets it out fast. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They want to run this quarterback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Man, you love those plays as a defense when the quarterback gets a little bit sloppy and floats one out there, and you just got an opportunity to run underneath it. You got to run underneath that thing and squeeze it and make the play. You can't look where you're running before you catch it. Maybe he was peeking ahead a little bit before he secured that thing.
Williams will pass. The screen, he's got wheels. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
We've reached the 2. Timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Sends it back in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Caught behind the line. It's Cotton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Pocket breaking down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's good.
Going for it all. End zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And his first pass is incomplete.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
These read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk, but it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well, then fine, I'm going to pull the ball right now and to use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back, then fine, I'm going to give the ball right now and get a little chunk of yards.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25. Now this offense is back on the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Looking to go up top and time's running out the half. Makes the catch. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. So here is the Tennessee offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the 2nd half.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's got it on the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Punts it out of the air. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered.
It's a seam wide open. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it.
Touchdown ball! Fitted in the window for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. And he was hit just as he released. It falls to the turf.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Makes the grab. It's Wells. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Williams looking for a man. Unloads it downfield. Wide open. He makes the catch. Open spaces. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown LSU. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that. It'll be second down.
And this offense has done a good job coming out the gate strong. They've been really, really good. This is the type of play, man, you can give momentum back to the defense, swing it back to the other side if you're not careful with the football.
Throwing right. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time, and you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air, or you've got to be more physical up front.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Williams will pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Leaves it with the back.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
On the move. Gets it past the marker. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free. let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on. And I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Buys a little time. Blasted as he lets it go. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Rides the back on the option to give. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab on the left. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, I love the 3rd down aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
The Volunteers line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Williams looking for a man. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turn.
That's a big-time blow, man. Once you get that under that 3-minute mark and you're down by multiple possessions and you've got to put something together, the last thing you can do is turn it over because that clock is not your friend.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Rides to back and leaves it. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And ball security is job security. You give the ball to your running back. You give the ball to your playmaker. You expect him to take care of the football, especially in these situations. All we're trying to do is run clock. Get that thing. Get out of here. We got the lead by 2 possessions. Try to find a way not to do what we just did. That's a horrible turnover.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Williams will pass. Look out, he's got room. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Here's a throw downfield late. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, going to the air. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And the Vols want to move quickly. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he's got it inside the 20. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way.